Good day everyone, I'm Angelica May A. Sibuma from BPED 3V and this is my Unit 4 activity. For the question number 1, are observable performance changes across practice? Of course, because we all know that some learners can improve their performance in a way of observing. Because in that way, the learners can have a way or a guide to do their activity and also they can easily do their activity if someone observing them. We all know that observing a child can improve their learnings more because in that way they can gain more knowledge because of you. Observation is one of the most important things if you want to learn your students. So for the question number 2, can the learner sustain a higher level of performance over time? Yes, because the successful learner over time and with support and instructional guidance can create meaningful, coherent representation of knowledge. The strategic nature of learning requires students to be goal-directed. Students must generate and pursue personally relevant goals. That's why the learners can sustain a higher level of performance over time. So for the question number 3, can the learner perform the motor skill proficiently following a break in practice or performance? Of course, because when the students do more practice, they can proficiently and accurately perform the motor skills because we all know that practice makes perfect. So when the students do more practice, of course, they can proficiently execute the motor skills because practice makes perfect. If you do more practice, you can execute the motor skills in a correct way. So for the question number 4, is the learner performing with less physical or mental effort across practice? We all know that when doing some activities, we need to exert effort to have a best results. So that's also what the learners do. They are exerting effort in every activity that they are doing in order to achieve success. Because if they not give their full effort on the activity that they are doing, maybe their activity having a bad results. And that is the things that the students didn't want to happen. That's why in every activity that they are doing, they give their full effort to do it correctly. For the question number 5, does the learner require less attention to perform the motor skill? No. Because if the learners want to meet success, they need to give their best. They need to exert more effort by doing the motor skills. Because if they really want to learn, they will become more focused on that subject. And they are giving their attention in order to execute the motor skills in correct way. So for the question number 6, can the learner adapt to changing environments or conditions with increased motor skill proficiency? In order to achieve success, students need to adapt changing environment and conditions. They must need to adapt it because if they not, there is a big possibility that they cannot perform motor skills perfectly and efficiently. Because we all know that every place have different types of environment. So in order to meet success, they must need to easily adapt it. Thank you.